Many hard years of selling drugs, addiction, incarceration, and witnessing his friends die. That was the reality for a Norfolk man hooked on heroin.
But reporter Rachel Carden sat down with him now that he has turned his life around, and here's the message that he hopes changes the world.
For Demetrius Bowe, drugs, darkness, and a hopeless place have become his life.
That hell, I do not want to go back there. That's hell. You eat, breathe, sleep, drugs. That's it. That's my only reason for living. It was so I could get high.
Bowe grew up here in Norfolk. He had a good life and a great family with hardworking parents, but he made a choice.
Guys in the street in the pretty cars, they got their women. You know what I'm saying? They had money, you know, and I wanted that life.
That life took him down a path that wasted his youth, filled his days with sickness, loss, and pain. He ended up homeless, and all he cared about was fueling his drug addiction.
You don't got no money, but you gotta go get that drug. You have to.
In and out of prison 4 times, in and out of local jails, about 13 years total spent locked up. But that didn't deter him. He'd get out and head back to the streets. About a year ago, Bowe had been caught again. This time he was facing serious time, but he was eligible for the Norfolk Drug Court program.
I knew that this was either do or die right here because I'm 50 years old and I don't have anything. For one, you have to want it.
Right. 20 months later, his world has completely changed. He finally has relationships again with his parents, friends, and his son.
But I'm clean and sober and I'm living.
Demetrius Bowe.
About 10 agencies all come together in a courtroom every week to hold addicts accountable.
It is a life-saving, a life-giving process that we're engaged here every Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I just thank this program because I really truly believe that it saved my life.
You are not here to, further the stigma that's already behind something as tough as addiction.
Judge Jones says statistics have shown that locking someone up who has a drug problem merely stalls their addiction but doesn't break it. In the end, it can kill you.
And they don't discriminate.
Drugs don't discriminate, but employers do. Bowe said it wasn't easy to get hired and back on his feet, but he said he will never go backwards, no matter what.
This is life. But I know as long as I stay on the straight and narrow, I'm gonna be all right.
The first person to ever arrest Bowe was Larry Boone, an undercover cop back then, who became Norfolk's police chief a little more than a year ago. Bowe looks at how his life shifted in comparison to Boone's, and he has vowed to live life in a positive way from here on out.
Take it from me, it's not worth it.
He uses his free time to share his story in hopes he can help just one person make the right choice to get help.
They need to hear from me. They need to see me.
Bowe comes out to these neighborhoods every single day. He says oftentimes he sees guys that he knows and he tells them, if I can clean up my act, so can you. But the more important message is for our young people.
Young's Terrace, Cary Park, Huntersville, Tidewater Park. He visits them all, hoping to get through to kids. They can still have the life they want without drugs.
Stay in school and learn and get an education, and then you'll have a fast car too. You'll have good money in your pocket too, but you'll have it the right way, can't nobody take it from you.
The opioid crisis is just that. The National Institute on Drug Abuse reports more than 115 people in the U.S. die from a drug overdose daily. To find out more about programs in your city, head to WTKR.com. In Norfolk, I'm Rachel Carden, News 3.